this big common. Look at this for a common. My biggest ever fish from Sandhurst. Yes! Second line now. Come on. That has only been in the water for about 20 minutes. Got another 5 spoms over it. Here we go. Got it on tape? What a banging, fitting way to end this session. And what has been what I can only describe as a red letter session. Hi guys, and welcome to a rather windy Sandhurst lake. I've been concentrating my efforts this winter on this lake, and I've been having quite a few really nice fish out of it, up to mid-30s, and we've just had probably 3 of the worst storms I've seen for a long time come through England and come through this valley. So I thought, well, why not? Let's do a 48-hour on Sandhurst to see if we can catch a few. Also, we're going to be giving away my chosen bait mix bundle, so don't forget, watch to the end of the video and I'll give you details how you can win this too. So let's get our gear sorted out and let's get on and see if we can catch some fish. Having fished over this winter, I roughly knew where the fish were going to be. It was no surprise to me when I turned up this morning to see a couple of fish show in the area behind me. Unfortunately, there were a couple of guys in here fishing, but we're going to be packing up later on, early afternoon. So I waited, and I'm in the swim now, and what I want to do is get 3 singles out there, no messing about, just get them out there, then set all my gear up, redo the rods later, get some bait out later, but for the time being, let's get 3 rods out there and see if we can nick a bite early with the fish. It's coming up to bite time now, early afternoon, next couple of hours, major in the winter time. You've got to get that bite time right, and it's now. So I'm going to get 3 rods out and see what happens. Right, well, it just shows you, I've only just put that rod out, probably about 20 minutes ago. First thing I wanted to do, just get the rods out, because I know you can get a quick bite this time of day, this time of year. So it's, it just shows you, just get them out. I haven't put no bait on, just nothing, just to set all my gear up, just to see if we nick a quick bite, because that's what's been happening over here lately. And we've got one. All we've got to do now is get it in. It's really fighting hard as well, it really is, and it's just nice to get a bite straight away like that. It's really fighting quite hard actually. Really, I can really feel it banging its head. Just hoping it's not going to go across the other lines. And that, on those 2 spots, that spot there to the right, I put a pop-up on, a little 12mm, white, Northern Special, but the bites come on a little dumbbell Northern Special wafter, tipped with a little bit of pink corn, a little bit of sight. So that's the one we've had a bite on. It just shows you, no bait out there, just straight attractive hook baits. And this is really fighting this fish. Just want to get it in now. Let's hope, fingers crossed, we can get it in, that it don't go across the other lines. It really is, yeah, it really is going a bit. a nice one, isn't it? Come on, come on. Get in there. That's a £40 common, that is. Happy days. That is a big, big common. We are more than pleased with that. Yes, happy days. Oh, well, there's the rig. There's the little white Northern Special wafter, little pink topper, little Amnesia D rig. I'm so excited. It's one of the big ones. It's probably the biggest common in the lake, if not the biggest fish in the lake. I'm shot to bits already before I've even got it out. Right, let's get it out, weigh it up, see which one it is. How big? Happy days, 42.8. Blown away. I don't even know which common it is. I don't even know which one it is. Shot to bits. That's how fishing should make you feel, shouldn't it, eh? Right, let's take some shots. Right, let's get her up and show you to you. £42.8. Look at this for a common. Day ticket, £40 common. Open access to everybody. Sandhurst Lake. Look at that. That is what we come to Sandhurst for. An absolute beast, an absolute monster. Oh, I'm absolutely chuffed, made up. It's my biggest ever fish from Sandhurst, and we've done it while we've been doing a film for ccmoore. Look at that. Only been out there half an hour. How's your luck, eh? How's your luck? Guys, get yourself down to Sandhurst. I'm telling you, some banging fish in here any time of year. Whew. Right, let's get her back. Right, one last look before we let her go back in the watery home. What an absolute result. £42 out, 8 ounce of mammoth Sandhurst common. When I cast that out, that little single, never did I think I'd be catching this so quickly. It's time to get that rod back out, see if we can catch another one. And let her, the queen of the lake, drift off into her watery home. Beautiful, absolutely overjoyed. Yes! What a result that was. £42 day ticket common. I'm just making a brew for me and Bradders behind the camera, just to calm my nerves and just to reflect really on what's really happened. This time of year, it really isn't easy. It can be really difficult and you can have lots of blanks. And to turn up and just sort of be one-minded, I've got to be in this area where the fish were and get the baits out straight away. Them singles out, don't mess about getting anything up, just get the rods out, try and capitalise on an early bite, and it's happened. It's proper amazing, isn't it? I'm proper buzzing with it. It doesn't happen very often. Usually you have to work hard over a few sessions to get one bite. So I'm going to have a lovely cup of tea now, or a cup of coffee, and just chill out, have my proper biscuit as well. I'm going to have a nice biscuit, get the rods back out in about half an hour when I've calmed down, settled down, out for the night, and see if we can catch another one. See if we can get another one. We've still got 2 nights to go. And yeah, I'm absolutely made up with that. What a result. Okay, sun's just about to go down. We've got about half an hour before dark and I've just wrapped up to me spot, or one of my spots. I'm going to put in 2 or 3 midi spoms of mix out there just to freshen it up, just to see if I can attract a bite in the night time or early morning. Just a little bit of crumb out there. No big baits or nothing like that. Just put it over the top, see if we can get a bite during the night. Yeah, do it all 3 rods. 2 spoms on each, and that'd be good. Cob out, relax for the evening, have a nice few cups of tea and something to eat with old Bradders, the cameraman. Here we go, well, first light, we got a bite, and I think it's a small one. I think it's a little stocky, I think. Yeah, it's a little stocky. One of the ones that they put in. About 8 to 10 pound. It's a big little scaly banger, it will. But it's another bite. It's another bite. Happy days. What a fight that was. Little crazy dude that was. Well, check out this cool little dude. A nice early morning bite. So we've still got the rest of the day and the night and the early morning tomorrow to go to catch another one. But it's a good start. Off the mark again. That's 2 bites down at Sandhurst. And I'm going to get the rod back out, put a bit more bait out, because they're obviously on the feed. Let's see if we can catch his bigger brother and bigger mother. Oh, bang on it. Well, good morning, and what a way to start the day with that little cool scaly dude that we had. Not the biggest fish in the world, but very welcome this early in the morning. Bodes well for the day ahead here at Sandhurst, I think. Heard a couple in the night to the right, and heard a couple out in the zone where I had that bite from. I had it on my left-hand rod instead of my right-hand rod. It shows that they're up for a feed, they're about. It's always nice to have a couple of different bites in different areas. So I've re-put that rod out straight away, and I've put 4 more spoms over the top of the boilie crumb mix. That's out there. And I've just made myself a brew. I'm going to kick back, I'm going to watch the morning unfold, ready for the afternoon feeding spell. So I'm going to chill out, see if we see any fish, and hopefully we'll have another one of these scaly bangers from Sandhurst to show you. Fight well in here, they really do. They really scrap well. They've just woken up from their winter slumber. They really do fight well. It's taking line now. Look, he's looking at it. Oh, mate, they just pinged off the swan. Do you see that? That pinged off the swan. I can't believe that. That line just pinged off the swan. Oh no, man. He didn't like that, the swan, did he? Mate, this is fighting like a demon, isn't it? Come on. Get yourself in there. Get yourself in there. Oh, yes. Happy days. It's £30. Happy days. Up a 20, £30 common. Happy days indeed. What a session we're having down at Sandhurst. Well, there you go, £31.12 common, another cracker from Sandhurst. This morning is turning out to be a great morning, isn't it? A second fish, it's not even midday yet. We've still got plenty more time to put another one in. This one was on a totally different rig. The last two fish have been on a totally different rig, and we're gonna go and have a look at that in a minute. But in the meantime, I'm gonna put this one back, recast out, put a bit more bait on the spot like I did earlier, and then we'll show you the rig and go for it. Well, that's crazy, isn't it? That has only been in the water for about 20 minutes and put another 5 spoms over it. Just shows you they're bang on it this time of year. Let's get her back, or he back, because it's a male one, feisty, raring to go. Go on, off you go. Make someone else's day. You've made my day today, definitely. Right, as promised, I'm going to take you through the rig that I've had most of my fish on this session, and one that I've been using to good effect over here on Sandhurst for the winter time, and on a lot of other lakes over the years. It's one of my sort of go-to rigs, the 360 rig. Now, I'm using it on a helicopter system because I'm fishing out in the silt out there. I've pushed the bead up about 2 to 3 inches, so no matter what happens with the stiffish hook link, that will always be lying flat and fishing effectively, basically. I've got a nice loop on about a 7-inch Amnesia 30-pound that's been steamed over the kettle, and I've got tied a perfection loop knot there, so I can easily change the hook link or the rig because it's on a clip system. But also that loop gives it a lot of freedom to move about, resettle itself, and when the fish picks it up, it just gives it more movement, and it's a very anti-tangle having that loop on there as well. See, a little bit of putty is tiny little mouse drop in a putty just to pin everything down, and then you've got the 360 rig, little size 11 swivel. Then you've got a medium curve hook, size 4, light big hooks. You've got a little 12mm white Northern Special that has been glugging in Aqua Sweet and the Northern Special booster liquid for months. And you may have noticed there's something a little bit different, is I've got a cluster of plastic maggots on there. Now, this adds 2 options to the rig. One, they're floating, so that little, I can get away with using a little 12mm or a little 10mm pop up on there. It slowly sinks it down. But 2, it breaks up the roundness of that little 12mm. They've seen little round balls all their lives, and something a little bit different I've found can mean the difference between a bite and blanking on the day. Plus, an added bonus is that there's lots of bloodworm in this lake, and just fishing that little bit of red, looks a little bit like a fat bloodworm, it can entice a bite as well. So you've got 3 different reasons why, just to put that little cluster of maggots on the top there. Plastic maggots, not real ones, but plastic ones. Also, you'll notice that this is what I call a safe 360 rig. So I put a little bit of shrink tube on the eye of the hook, and what it does, it stops that eye of the hook when you catch a fish of getting caught up in the net. It makes it a lot safer to use, that 360 rig. So there you go, I've roughly talked you through the rig I'm using, why I'm using it, my hook baits, and yeah, it's been very successful for me over the years, and on this trip and this winter on Sandhurst Lake. Okay, unfortunately, this afternoon's expected bite time just hasn't materialised. So I'm just about to bait up for the evening, for the night, and I thought I'd just run through my successful mix I've been using all winter and on this session. It comprises, well, it's quite a basic, simple mix really. It's quite easy to make, and it comprises of live system, which has been crushed up into a boilie crumb. What that does is that gives you lots more flavours and attractors going into the water column, and less big pieces like 15mm boilies or 18mm boilies or bits of boilie for the fish to get preoccupied on or get full up on, especially when the water temperature's as cold as this. So I mix into my boilie crumb, I mix 2 liquids. Liquid liver, really good liver liquid this time of year, good quality. Put that in there, and I mix that with Feed Stim XP. The liquid liver is very thick, the Feed Stim XP is very thin, so the 2 complement each other, and you get a nice viscous liquid going in that you can mix into your boilie crumb. I mix that in, and then all I add into that at the last minute before I'm going to spot out within half an hour is a can of corn and some of the Live System 6mm pellet. We put that out into them. The reason I do that is because I don't want the corn to dry out, and I don't want the Live System pellet to disperse and dry out as well and crumble. I want it to be whole when it goes down there. So that's my mix. It's a really simple mix. It's very effective. I've caught lots of fish over it this winter and winters before, especially at Sandhurst, and you've seen the fish that we've caught, and that's what I've been spotting out. So I'm going to get ready now. I'm going to spot out 2 or 3 spoms over each area and see if we can catch a fish this evening or early hours of the morning. Well, good evening and welcome to a little evening update. Now, just got the rods out, all sorted, going into the last night, getting them out, unless of course we catch one, then we have to get them re-out again, but I'll be happy with what we've caught so far. Now, I thought I'd just sort of go through the reason I've chose Sandhurst as my sort of winter venue, and I fish it over the last 10 years, on and off the winters. The reason being, it might be a little help to you, a little tip to you, is how you go about choosing a venue where you're going to get action during the colder months. So first things to look at, as with Sandhurst, is that it's got really good winter form. Even when it's been freezing, I've actually caught fish before over the years under the ice. So always choose a venue like Sandhurst that's got winter form. It's relatively shallow. I mean, most of it's about 5 or 6 foot all over, a couple of deeper bits, a lot of shallower bits. That always is a good sign of good winter water. And the best thing, it's got a big head of big fish. You know, I think at the right time of year, you've got probably 10 to 12 40s, especially in the winter time, when they're best weights. So as you can see, those pluses attracted me to fish Sandhurst, and that's why we've chose to do this video, to bring you along on this journey, because we've been doing so well over here. There's some lovely fish this trip. Hopefully we'll have some more to show you in the evening. I won't be too disappointed if we don't, because we've had a great session, you know, an unbelievable session, a day ticket 40. It's been a dream of mine to do that, to get it on film anyway. So hopefully we'll see you in the middle of the night or in the morning I'm going to get the cob on, me and Bradders, and we're going to have a lovely dinner. But if we don't see you in the evening, I'll see you in the morning, guys. Oh, little steak. Beautiful it is, look at that. That's almost ready to do, Bradders. Steak stir fry with black pepper and garlic. Look at that. Look at that. Can't wait to get tucked in. Well, good morning, and it's just first light. The old sun's just poking up the back of the trees, and it'll soon be fully light in about half an hour's time. Just making the brew, and I like to get up first thing, even on our last morning. And we've just had a bite, would you believe? It's a lovely mirror. I reckon it's the biggest mirror of the trip, and I'm just overwhelmed by what a session we've had. So I'm going to drink my brew, get the fish out, weigh it up, and let's have some photos before we have to go on home. And that journey around the M25 is going to be a lot easier and a lot quicker. And I'm just going to glide across on the result that we've had. So, finish the brew, get the fish up, let's have a look at it. Right, here we go. 27 pound, 10 ounces. What a banging, fitting way to end this session. And what has been what I can only describe as a red letter session. We had a small one, we had a 20, we had a 30 and a 42 pound common. Absolutely blown away by this. And I'm just speechless. What a trip in February, freezing cold this morning. Get our last one before we have to pack up and go. Check this cool dude out. Happy days. Here we go. Got it on tape? Had to go that one, didn't it? Been booming out on that all morning, just as we're packing up. Unbelievable. What a session we've had. Nice to get the bite on camera, wasn't it? Happy days gets in there. Another one, happy days. Well, wasn't expecting this. Rods are out, we're packing everything away. And this one turns up, one toner, just as we're about to reel the rods in. and it's very fitting to end an absolute brilliant session, red letter day session. And as promised, we're going to go through the competition of what you can win. You can win exactly the same mix of I've used on this session, which is 5 kilo of live system and a bottle of liver compound, a bottle of Feastim XP, and a kilo of 6mm live system pellet. Now that is the mix that I've been using, and to top it off, some white Northern Specials which I've been fishing over the top. So there you go guys, all you got to do in the comments below is put live system, type that in, and you'll be entered into the draw, and that someone will be picked at random, and yeah, you'll win a lovely little bundle that I've used down Sandhurst. Right, I'm going to get this fish back at this watery home, pack up the rest of the gear, and get off on my journey home a happy, happy man.